Oh man, I thought it said Guillermo del Toro.
Hello, I started this gangster shit. And this the thanks I get. Hello, I started this gangster shit. And this the
Yeah, it's not though. It's DJ. Welcome everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome to Comic Artist Pro Secrets. My name is Ethan Van Sciver. I'm a comic book artist with 25 years experience in the business, the creator of Cyberfrog Blood Honey, the Smash Indiegogo campaign hit that is barreling towards $500,000 in sales. It's historic at this point. If you'd like to buy a copy, that's good. You could follow the link in the description below. I've extended the campaign for another month, so you'll have time to do so. I am the illustrator of Jordan P. Peterson's 12 Rules for Life and a great big Star Wars fan. All right, Corey Chichizola. Corey, is it Chica or Chichi? Either way, it's great. Say it aloud. Corey Chichizola. Fun to say. Benicio del Toro seems down to return to Star Wars. Well, look. Benicio del Toro played the Lando Calrissian role, of course. I mean, this is the thing. These people at Lucasfilm, they're incapable of creating anything new. They think that when they do a new trilogy, they have to follow the pattern, the guidelines set down by George Lucas's original trilogy, and not just in terms of story. They actually have to duplicate beats and characters and bring back certain pieces of gigantic, hefty machinery. But then they think they're being cute, and they go, instead of like a snowy planet, we're gonna put the gigantic AT-AT. By the way, listen, AT-AT. I'm not gonna say AT-ATs anymore. The boomers like it, but the kids don't dig it. They're like, it's AT-AT, Uncle Ethan. All right, we're gonna put the AT-ATs in a desert planet of salt instead, and that is our version of being creative. But we need a Lando Calrissian character, a character that we cannot trust, a betrayer, a Judas. And since Billy D he's available, but for some reason, Rian Johnson says he wouldn't have worked. Why? Why not? Right? Well, we don't know. But he added this guy instead. At least Billy D. Williams was ambiguous. Like, you look at Billy D. Williams as Lando Calrissian, and you're not sure. He could be a really great guy, or he could be a snake in the grass. You don't know. He's got a great smile. He's cordial. He's a good host. He's an old pal. Han Solo tells us that we can't really trust him, but we don't understand why. And then we find out that indeed you cannot trust this guy. At no point do you find DJ. My name's DJ. DJ. At no point. It's the little girl from Full House. My name's DJ. At no point do we trust DJ. Look at him. He's like, I could be a good guy if you want. No, you're manifestly a bad guy. The Star Wars franchise. It's okay. You know what? It's okay if you don't return. The Star Wars franchise has enthralled audiences for decades up until now. It should say up until now. But it's currently a very interesting time in a galaxy far, far away. Disney and Lucasfilm are cranking out new blockbusters at an impressive pace, right into the garbage. One after another on a conveyor belt, into the garbage, into the toilet. Nobody wants to see this. With fandom currently reeling from the release of both Solo, a Soy Wars story, and Star Wars The Last Jedi. Reeling is a good word. Now, how do you like that? We're currently reeling from them. Like, it's like one punch after another. Two bombs in a row. Two terrible, terrible movies that have... I'll be honest with you. Solo, a Star Wars story, you can't put that in the same sentence as Star Wars The Last Jedi. Star Wars The Last Jedi was a hostile, obnoxious, inflammatory piece of dreck. Solo was merely sad and boring. Both of them are uniquely bad in the Star Wars canon, and both of them came out within 5 months of each other, proving that Kathleen Kennedy has no idea what she's doing at all. And that should set up alerts here. The latter continued the main narrative of the franchise, introducing a handful of new characters to join the main heroes. One of these was Benicio del Toro's mysterious DJ. Why is it DJ? Why disc jockey? Why do that? Can you name it EJ? Not BJ. Don't. But MJ. No, I can't. Put another consonant in front of that. Who was asked who was part of this less than stellar Canto Bite sequence. It did Canto Bite. It Canto bit hard. The actor was recently asked if he'd like to return to the space opera, saying, I have no answer for those because I'm withholding, not because I'm withholding information, but there's nothing on my plate right now. But would I like to? Yes, sir. No, thank you. No, thank you. While far from an actual confirmation, it looks like this is what they make news out of. The Star Wars garbage tier media. This is Cinema Blend, by the way. Cinema Blend is on my list. Early on, we discovered Cinema Blend and wrote them down on the list of garbage tier Star Wars media sites that need to be widely condemned by fandom. Let's see here. We got that list right here. Cinema Blend, right there. Boom. Cinema Blend is on the list. Garbage tier media. This is what they do. Some klutz producer working with Rian Johnson, a fellow named Ram Bergman. They ask him, "Hey, when are your movies going to come out? When's the next trilogy going to come out with Rian Johnson?" And he says, "I don't know. We haven't even started yet, so probably a couple years." And then every Star Wars garbage tier media site reports Rian Johnson's new trilogy will begin in 2020, or could possibly begin in 2020. No, it couldn't possibly. It couldn't possibly begin in 2020. And by the way, those articles are coming out again, and they're coming out again. That bit of news, that little klutzery, that stupid thing there, Rand Bergman said, yeah, we dismissed that whole thing 2 weeks ago, and now suddenly 2 weeks later, those articles are back again. I counted 3 of them up right now. This morning when I woke up to read the media, the Star Wars media, 3 articles referring back to Rand Bergman saying that Star Wars episode, I guess it would be episode 10 by Rian Johnson, is on its way. It'll be here at 2020. No, it isn't. It isn't coming in 2020. It isn't coming at all. But even if it was coming, it wouldn't come in 2020. It's going to come right on top of episode 9. Is that how it works? Episode 9 isn't coming out until December of 2019. You think that Rian Johnson's movie is going to come out in 2020? No, they'll have Boba Fett, Obi-Wan Kenobi, whatever they're going to do after they fire Kathleen Kennedy. After she's gone, they'll have a new plan. But I promise you, Rian Johnson is not getting. If Rian Johnson's movie were to happen, it would not come out in 2020. This is not an article. Sorry to go off on a little side tangent there, but that makes me angry. This is not an article. Him saying, people asking him, "Do you want to be in another Star Wars movie?" And him being like, "Well, right now I'm not doing nothing. Yeah, I do. I could use another paycheck like that." That is not an article. That's not news. Cinema Blend. That isn't news. That isn't something to base an entire article on. And now you've got me basing an entire video on the fact that you are basing an article on absolutely nothing. Well, yeah, but I don't mind though. I think the video is more interesting than the article. Well, far from any actual, or maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Let me know in the comments. Well, far from an actual confirmation, it looks like Benicio del Toro is hoping to return to the galaxy far, far away. So little is known about J.J. Abrams' Episode 9, therefore it is unclear exactly what will happen in the highly anticipated threequel. That's why they did this. They just wanted to use the word threequel. J.J. Abrams, I'm praying to you, do not put Benicio del Toro in Episode 9. Benicio del Toro was a Rian Johnson character, a terrible. By the way, Rian Johnson creating all new characters supposedly for his trilogy. This is what we have to look forward to. The subtlety of Benicio del Toro's DJ. A whole cast full. Imagine a whole world full of characters created by Rian Johnson. A bunch of 2-dimensional, transparent, up characters. No, thank you. JJ, no reason. No reason. Nothing will be missed or lost if you don't put Benicio del Toro's DJ in Episode 9. Benicio del Toro's comments to Variety are sure to elicit mixed feelings from the generations of Star Wars fans out there. That's nice, especially given his role in Star Wars The Last Jedi. Director Roundhead Rian Johnson purposely subverted fan expectations. That's what he says he did. But no, the fact of the matter is that Rian Johnson basically is the kind of guy that in an improv class, in an improv session, he completely ignores all of the beats laid down by his improvisation partner and goes his own way, ruining the thread, ruining the narrative. Rian Johnson purposely subverted. That's like saying the monkey that got into the 727 cockpit purposely subverted. Well, I guess, yeah, the flight path into a mountain. Well, yeah, actually, it is exactly like saying that. It is exactly like saying that. With the sequel, to mixed reception from the community. That mixed reception. In other words, everybody hates it. And the people who pretend to like it are people that are just trying to get on Star Wars fans' nerves. I liked it. I thought it was really good. How do you feel about Star Wars? Oh, I don't know. Some like the Johnson took risks and changed up the iconic characters. Others felt it strayed too far away from the Star Wars franchise we knew and loved. Most normal people, realized that it was a piece of nihilistic and deserves to be removed, stricken from the canon. And of course, Rian Johnson deserves to be fired out of that same canon into where? A brick wall. And it's the brick wall. I mean, the trebuchet is bad enough. The cannon, firing out of the cannon, is bad enough. But it's the fact that there's a brick wall. It's like a Tom and Jerry cartoon. I just want them to flatten out against the wall as they hit it. Yeah. And I'm not saying that they would like cartoon characters that die. DJ as a character is definitely one of the less favorable aspects of Star Wars The Last Jedi. The Canto Bite sequence is generally considered a waste of screen time. Yeah, it is. With a tone that didn't really fit the rest of the film. DJ enters when Finn and Rose... Oh, Rose. Oh, yeah. My Rose. Are trapped and promises to be the master codebreaker they'd been looking for. Ultimately, he double-crosses the duo of heroes, and his fate was left unknown after he sold them out to the enormous Captain Phasma. The issue that audiences seem to have with Benicio del Toro's characterization of DJ seemed to deal with the strange vocal affect and twitches he uses during his brief appearance. It was obnoxious. It was weird. You don't have to... You know what? Stay home with the method acting. Stay home. Hey, Marlon Brando, stay home with the method acting when you're playing DJ on The Last Jedi. Leave it home. You know what? Just play your role with shame. Play DJ with shame and embarrassment. We need to see that as a member of the audience. I need to see the shame on your face, the self-consciousness, the self-awareness that what you're doing is wrong. It's a crime against humanity. That's how to play DJ if you are in the next movie. Yeah. BDT plays a total weirdo, but the character never really paid off. Paid, garbage tier, paid, P-A-I-D, not paid past tense, garbage tier. These websites do not have editors. And by the way, you would think that would light up with a little box of a green box around it, hey, this isn't spelled right. And then Chiquizola looked at it and went, no, that's right, pay, past tense of paid. Screw you. That's correct. I'm leaving it. It never really paid off the way the actors, fans were hoping. Although now that he's officially in the canon, it seems he could pop back at any moment. Well, not necessarily. JJ, it's not necessary. Okay, not necessary. Aside from J.J. Abrams' untitled Episode 9, there's also quite a few other places that DJ might pop back up in the Star Wars franchise. I think we should just pop him right up Rian Johnson's rear end and leave him there, the two of them. Rian Johnson is developing his own trio of films, which seems a likely choice, given Johnson's relationship with the character. Plus, there are standalone films that may or may not still be active development at Disney. Rian Johnson, a guy who is spending his time attacking fans, attacking George Lucas, actually, on Twitter right now. Rian Johnson attacking George Lucas on Twitter. Basically like man attacking God, cursing God's name. Rian Johnson weeping, in tears on his knees, cursing the name of George Lucas. There is no trilogy being made. Anyone who has anybody who is working on a trilogy of Star Wars films should not have time to carefully assemble a retort to a George Lucas interview that a fan offered to him as by way of criticism. Carefully finding 8 or 9 images to prove his theory, piecing them together in a not a triptych, a quadric. What would it be called? A quadrilogy of imagery to say, hey, this is my perspective. This is how I'm going to pwn you. This is me dunking on you, a fan. Normal directors don't have time to do that. As I said in response to him, when he tweeted out his diss track to a fan who criticized him, I said, I think that's what normal directors do. I think Martin Scorsese, how long did he spend on Twitter dunking on fans that didn't like Kundun back in 1998? How many? So many. That's definitely what normal directors do, is they attack the fans, and they spend a lot of time doing so. Busy directors have plenty of time to do that. You don't like Star Wars The Last Jedi? Well, I'm going to convince you by dissing you, one fan at a time. That's how to do it. That's how to win hearts and minds. You can watch Benicio del Toro in Star Wars The Last Jedi for home release and streaming on Netflix. If you are a mental patient, you can do that. If you are somebody who has steely nerve, if you have patience enough to get through the first few minutes of The Last Jedi, eventually you will meet Benicio del Toro's twitching, weird, raspy-voiced disaster of a character. Completely. My problem is that it lacks subtlety. His performance lacks subtlety. You can watch it on Netflix right now. You'll ask yourself what you're paying $9 a month for. I'm paying $9 a month for this? Is it $9 still? In the meantime, check out our 2000 whatever. Benicio del Toro, no need to come back. No need. Go find something else to do. You don't need to do this to yourself or us. Well, thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for your continued support of this channel. Thank you for your continued support of the Fandom Menace. That is us. We are making a big difference. We're making a change in Star Wars. They do hear us. If you don't think they hear us, you're not paying attention. They do hear us, and things are happening because of our voices being raised. So I want to thank you guys. I want to thank the fans. I want to thank the subscribers. I want to thank the people who support this channel and are helping it to grow. I want to thank my Patreon backers dearly. Thank you so much, guys, for your support of the channel. Thank you to the people who are buying t-shirts, who supported Cyberfrog's Blood Honey, who come to my live streams and donate super chats. And if you can't do any of that, thank you for just clicking thumbs up on the video. Thank you for sharing it. Thank you for subscribing. Are you subscribed? Why not subscribe right now? We'd like you to be a part of this community. Subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. We love you here. Welcome. Hello, potential Indiegogo backers. Hello, friends. My name is Ethan Van Sciver. I'm a comic book creator who worked for 20 years for Marvel and DC Comics on books like Green Lantern, Flash, Superman, Batman, and X-Men. But before that, I had a comic book called Cyberfrog. Now, Cyberfrog lasted from 1993 to 1998, and then it stopped when I went to go work for DC Comics. Now I want to tell the story of where Cyberfrog has been for the last 20 years. I want to write, pencil, ink a book called Cyberfrog Blood Honey that tells the story of gigantic alien hornets that come to Earth and conquer it, sending Cyberfrog into deep hibernation, where he emerges now in the year 2018 into a completely alternate reality, a new world where these hornets have taken over, devastated humanity, using human skin to make gigantic wasp hives, and harvesting human blood to make honey to feed their young. Very few humans still exist. But it's up to Cyberfrog to save what's left of humanity and turn back the damage that's been done by these wasps with his brother Salamandroid and his friend Heather Swain. I want you to help me do this. We're going to get colors by Kyle Ritter. He's a fantastic colorist, and he's going to make this book sing. I'd like this to be a 48-page one-shot prestige format, part 1 of 4. So I'm asking you to help me launch the very first Cyberfrog Blood Honey epic graphic novel. Are you in? Will you help me? I hope so. Let's get this frog jumping again. Show your friends you support independent comics while showing the world who you back in the fight against the swarm with the brand new Cyberfrog t-shirt from Crypto Fashion and Comic Artist Pro Secret. Sizes come in small to 5XL. and take your choice of colors between navy blue, white, and black. And if you haven't yet, go ahead and order the Fandom Menace, Go Get Daddy's Belt, Tico, and Soilo t-shirts as well. Link is below in the description. You're going to look great. People love these shirts. They fit wonderfully. Thank you very much. Hey, want to follow me on Twitter? Okay, cool. I'm at Ethan Van Sciver. Talk to you there.